Hello everyone, I'm Alfian and today we are going to solve the HackerRank algorithm implementation challenge on the preparation section called the Day of the Programmer, and it's about Mary invented a time machine that wants to test it by time traveling to visit Russia on the day of the programmer, which is the 256th day of the year. And during a year in the inclusive range from the year 17th century to 27th century. And do take notes that from the 17th century to 1917, Russia's official calendar was the Julian calendar, and then since 1919 they used the Gregorian calendar system, and the transition from the Julian to the Gregorian calendar system occurred exactly in 1918, when the next day after the January 31st was February 14th. This means that in 1918, February 40th was the 32nd day of the year in Russia. So that means that we skip at 1918 the transition year. On the between January and February we skip around 13 days. So in both calendar system, February is the only month with a variable amount of days. It has 29 days during a leap year, and the rest of the year, if it's not a leap year, then it's 28 days. And also it also applies to the Gregorian system. And for the Julian calendar, the leap years are divisible by 4. On the other hand, in the Gregorian calendar, the leap years are either of the following: divisible by 400, or divisible by 4 and with n, not divisible by 100. So we got the clue right away. And then for the output, since we are using TypeScript, this is the required output from the function day of programmer. So the string is day, which is 2 digits, and then with the dot, and then month with also 2 digits, and then the year. And we got the first clue that the day of the programmer also points to the September, which is the 9th month of the year, regardless of it's a leap year or not, or if it's or we are using the transition era or the Julian era. So without further ado, let's implement this by defining the constant called the is Gregorian to check if we are on the Gregorian year, and to take notes that the Gregorian starting from the 1918, and then it's totally applied on 1919 without the transition or the 13 days skip like on the transition year. And then for the constant, check if it's the transition year, and it will be a Boolean value if the year is strictly equal to 1918, and then check if it's the leap year, which is that occurred every 4 years in the Julian calendar. and also the Gregorian calendar, but not every century. And then comes the day, which is the day of the programmer, and the day of the programmer that covered in a year will be 256th day of the year, that it's also described here, right here. And we are going to declare the calendar set. We can use array like 31 and then 28, and then we can also check if it's February or if it's the leap year, then we can use the 29, and then for the rest we can use 31 for the March, and then the April will be 30, and so on and so forth. But it's going to takes a lot of time, and yeah, it's also requires us to use the array function to operate this value, so we can combine that with the 243 as the combined days until it hits the September. And we can declare the check if it's Gregorian era. If it is, then we can mutate the leap year or modify the leap year, and then using the year, then adding the check if it's divisible by 400, which is strictly equals to 0, then it's true. Or if the year is divisible by 4 and the year is not divisible by 100, we can use the strictly non-equal and then 0. Then the leap year will return false if it's not if it not meets any of the requirement here. And we can use the else clause if it is the Julian era. If it's the leap year, then we can simply using the modulo operator if it's divisible by 4 and without adding another check. And then we can declare like variable or constant variable the day, because we are not using anything to mutate the day variable. We can use the day or the day of the programmer variable, and then minus the calendar set, and we can, so that in order to calculate which date and month of the year, we can subtract the day of the programmer with the calendar set, which is the months for every days, like 31 and then 28 and then 30 and then 31 again on the calendar set. And then we can add a check if it's the leap year, adding the leap year. If it's a leap year, then we can add one more day. If it's not the leap year, then we can simply add 0 without modifying the how many days in the February. So if it's the leap year, then the February will be 29 days. If it's not the leap year, then it will be 28 days. And add another check using the minus, because we need to add another check to check if we are on the transition year, which is the January 31st until the February 14th, which is the 13 days. Add a check if it's a transition year. If it is, then we can add 13 modifier. If it's not, then we can simply write 0 and subtract it by 0, and then the result will be in a form of the day using the template string, and then we can convert the integer, and then we can use the pad start, because we already convert the integer to the string using the parsing, and then we can chain it with the pad start. And then for the padding, it will be 2 digits, and then the beginning of the pad start, if it's, let's say, if the day is 9, then the pad start will be 0 and then 9 as a string, and then we can simply write dot 09 because it's September, and it will be always September, and then we can simply pass in the year. So let's run this code to see if it works. Okay, so let's submit this to see if we really pass the transition year between the Julian and the Gregorian era. Okay, so that's about it. I hope you understand this explanation. If you didn't understand, or if you have any questions, if you have any better solutions or better approach in terms of solving this, you can write in the comment section. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.